Hi guys, so we're gonna take a look back at one of the more underrated films of the quarter today called The Third Man by Carol Reed. In this Austrian project of 1949, we see an encounter between the notorious Henry Lime and his so-called best pal Holly Martins. Martins has just discovered that Lime has been faking his death and living in the shadows of the city. When Lime appears, his speech and attitude reveal him as a huge elitist, dodging the outcome of his immoral actions.
Would you really feel any pity if one of those dots stopped moving forever? If I offered you 20,000 pounds for every dot that stopped, would you really, old man, tell me to keep my money? Or would you calculate how many dots you could afford to spare? Free of income tax, only. Free of income tax. The only way you can save money nowadays.
A lot of good your money will do you in jail.
That jail's in another zone. There's no proof against me. Besides you.
From this left angle shot, you can see how Lime is diminishing the significance of those who are not in power. He is praising the power system at present, as he and Martins are raised higher and higher, and their subjects look more proportional to their position in the power dynamic. As Lime's monologue comes to an end, he begins to threaten Martins. Here, the director plays with sound in a crucial way. Rather than reduce background noise, it feels every noise is heightened. This serves to remind the audience of the privacy of the conversation and the intimacy built by the small space of the Ferris wheel car.
There's no proof against me. Besides you.
I should be pretty easy to get rid of.
Pretty easy.
Wouldn't be too sure.
I carry a gun. Don't think they'd look for a bullet wound after you hit that ground.
It is important to note the shift in power between the men. While the fear is highly visible on Lime's face and confidence on Martins, the director adds to this tension with lengthened periods of silence. These pauses reflect the many thoughts in each character's minds. They also give time for audiences to notice that the Ferris wheel has begun its descent.
Dug up your coffin.
And found Harbor? Pity.
In this shot, the background to the men's conversation shifts and the city is placed behind them. We see apartment buildings stretch beyond the backs of the men and even the silhouette of several smokestacks. This scenery, peeking through the open windows and door, emphasizes the residential location of the zone they have met in. This is a reflection of the post-World War II setting of the film. While a majority of Austria was divided into the Russian sector, the northwestern portion of the nation was the American zone. In the dialogue, the two men mention that the prison isn't in their quarter, as if assigning insignificance to the consequences of breaking the law.
Pity. Holly, what fools we are talking to each other this way, as though I'd do anything to you, or you to me. You're just a little mixed up about things in general. Nobody thinks in terms of human beings. Governments don't. Why should we? They talk about the people and the proletariat. I talk about the suckers and the mugs. It's the same thing. They have their 5-year plans. So have I.
You used to believe in God.
Well, I still do believe in God, only. I believe in God and mercy and all that, but the dead are happier dead. They don't miss much here, poor devils.
A question I had throughout the film was whether Harry truly cared for Anna. Well, the answer to this question was communicated in the scene of Lime's finger drawing Anna's name on the window in the cart. At the moment, the conversation lingers on taking care of problems to staying in a moral power, and to highlight the double-edged sword, Harry draws Anna's name in morning fog on the window.
What do you believe in? Oh, if you ever get Anna out of this mess, be kind to her. I think you'll find she's worth it. I wish I'd asked you to bring me some of these tablets from home. Holly, I'd like to cut you in, old man. nobody left in Vienna I can really trust, and we've always done everything together. When you make up your mind, send me a message. I'll meet you any place, any time, and when we do meet, old man, it's you I want to see.
Note the entrance here of the melancholic score to offset the gloomy attitude of the whole scene.
Not the police. Remember that, won't you? Don't be so gloomy. After all, it's not that awful. Well, what the fella said. In Italy, for 30 years under the Borgias, they had warfare, terror, murder, and bloodshed, but they produced Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and the Renaissance. In Switzerland, they had brotherly love. They had 500 years of democracy and peace, and what did that produce? The cuckoo clock. So long, Holly.
Here, the shot angle changes as the two men exit the car. Lime is listing off examples of democracy and rule following as a means to legitimize his own behavior. Essentially, he argues democracy gets man nowhere, whereas rule breaking leads to true progress.